then the response will be Trace Esports going for the. That's basically the way it is. But they have decided that they want to play the Jax more. And that's more defensive if you think about it, right? Like, yeah, there will be a lot of engages coming from the Gragas, and it could just mean that they will rely on DY a lot to start all the team fights, because there's no other way to start team fights here if you are J-Team.
Yeah, and I'm liking that, because from what we have seen in game number 1, right, it's J-Team who is consistently having huge dependency onto X1 to deal massive amounts of damage. So they need those front lines, they need those sustainability onto their champions, and having a Jax, having the Shen, having the Gragas as well gives you so much potential for defense. But for now, Kassadin, Gwen, and Ashe removed.
Love the ban on the Gwen, but that means that Zoe is left open.
Oh,
J-Team denies the Xayah, playing their own version of mind games here. They don't want Trace Esports to play the Xayah here because they are expecting that the Xayah will be taken away anyway. So let's just ban it away.
What if it's a Lucian or a Zoe that J-Team is planning to pick up? Because those champions are still open for JT, and Zoe has been one of the counters that Vladimir was really opposed to battle it out into the mid lane. Kai'Sa would also work because the protect the queen type of composition that we've seen way back in the days.
Yeah, I'm trying to check the records, and yes, you're right. X1 also does play his Lucian, but it's all about denying all those very good.
I love this.
You know, like long-range artilleries. True shot barrage can be cancelled by Windwall. Ezreal's kit basically can get cancelled. But hey, you know what? Trace Esports going back to a play that we have seen numerous times now, right? Like, you can have the Galio follow up a Hextech ultimatum or a cease and desist. So you do have two options to work with. Like, you look at Trace Esports right now, and especially knowing that he knows what to do at any certain, at any certain situation. And so with that being allowed to play Hero's Entrance or use his Hero's Entrance on multiple targets, things are looking up for Trace Esports.
Yeah, very classic. You have the Camille and the Galio into the same composition. Then you also had the Vi as one of the entry points as well for the side of Trace Esports. Something that I like when it comes to the adaptability, when it comes to composition here for the side of Trace Esports, is how they picked up the Ezreal and the Vladimir. Yes, it's already one of the expectations, but the thing is, their draft doesn't really shout so much of defensive capabilities into the front line. So having self-sustainability built into the Arc and Shift, the Ezreal and the Sanguine Pull of the Vladimir, is really just a good thing when it comes to their composition, to have that safety net onto their carries.
Precisely. One of the things to consider, especially knowing that Weiba is on the other side. Like, Weiba is a crazy guy when it comes to his engages. Will not hesitate to pull the trigger. And he was able to get the MVP in game number 1 on the Vi. Now this time, in game number 2, on the same champion, he will try to go for a repeat performance. Game number 2 on their way, J-Team going against Trace Esports.
Now we'll see how this will turn out. J-Team, they need to battle this game number 2 and put out their best foot forward coming to this matchup. But in this early game, it doesn't really dictate how J-Team would be able to win up against the likes of Trace Esports with their capability.
Wait, this is the early game aggression. It's all about winning the lane and winning the game.
Juju! Turn things around, but the trade back is there. So J-Team did not lose as much, but the problem is DY was able to secure it. So it's ADC who got the kill with the support for J-Team. Better end for TE.
And that's a first blood as well, right? Like, but that's this thing that is often expected from J-Team. They know that X1 is so good. They want X1 to feel very confident, and they often start a game very explosive. That's the most explosive way to start everything. Yeah. Although it did not net them a victory on the bot lane, I still say X1 is still in his element and still wants to carry J-Team to game 3.
Yeah, 100%. Like, the reason why it was super unexpected, right? Because Kai'Sa at level 1 is pretty much a very, very disadvantageous champion, especially considering that you're up against Ezreal that has so much poking potential. But I get your point, right? That explosive early game matches will really just dictate how X1 will be able to play it out all throughout the lane phase.
Yep, action continues. X1. Woo!
The Rad, so much damage. One more. Will not be able to connect here, and Honeyfruit will give extra sustainability, and that will just win TE the early game phase of the laning game.
Yeah, the power of Ezreal, the laning phase, needs to still be respected. Ladies and gents, this has started to become a bloodfest.
Shield of Durand taunts onto DY, goes in for the body slam along with a flash here, but X1 and DY is very low. Gets the trade. It was Kaisa who was able to get it, and Juju still gets the kill.
Oh man, you can't you can't ask for anything more explosive than this. Weiba though, starting to feel super confident against CF17 Shen. This is the way to do it. Trace Esports maximizing the window that the Stand United won't be available. Attack going super aggressive. Goes for the flash in. Taunt connects onto one. Justice Punch connects onto X1. But in the end, Juju able to get that kill. Leveled up to 4. Denying a return kill here.
It was so good coming in from both these teams. And yes, JT consistently gets the losing end, but I'm loving this early game aggression. But the huge problem that we have for the side of Trace Esports is the lane priority now that they have secured in the bottom lane.
Right, now that Juju is level 5, he can just throw through shot barrages over and over again to still get that priority. Sooner or later, they need to transition over to the mid lane. But the same thing applies, right? Like, this is where you love to play the Ezreal, because basically you can throw through shot barrage anywhere on the map, and that will be enough to get priority on a lot of lanes. TAC also does have the hero's entrance already available, and there's a lot of ways to start a team fight if you're Trace Esports.
Yeah, and this is also like one of the reasons that we've mentioned during the draft. Why Trace Esports picked up the Vladimir and also picked up the Ezreal body slam along with the last breath, but Corn was just able to go in and out of these fights with the Sandman Pool.
Next one being left by himself. Not the best thing to happen, especially when Juju has this record. He is 3-1-0. He's saying that, hey, you know what? You've been singing praises of X1. How about you sing my praise this time? How about
it's my turn?
how about it's his turn, right? Like, Juju, so far very impressive though.
Yeah, 100%. It's just amazing that self-sustainability with the arcing shift along with the poking damage. CF17 is on target. Galio goes over to Justice Punch. CF17 was able to go over the side step. Now Corn is knocked out, coming in with the explosive cast, but overall J-Team disengaged and no casualties for both teams.
That's a very good burn for Trace Esports. You were able to take away the Stand United, which can make objective team fights very complicated. And we also have to remember that as a Shen, if you have the Shen on your team, you can go for the 2-for-1 special. You can leave the Shen, start the objective, start the Rift Herald, and then immediately use the Stand United to even contest the Dragon. That's not going to be an option at 5 minutes. So overall, you may say that Trace Esports was not able to kill one, but by being able to burn the Stand United, that's already a small win.
Yeah, nevertheless, it's just so much advantage that Trace Esports was able to take, as you have mentioned, right? And this is the moment wherein I was expecting, J-Team to start up these fights because Kaisa was able to build up his first item already. But a while ago, it was just so different. I'm loving these early game phase, but right now, Infernal Drake.
True Shot Barrage just to poke down. CF17 though.
A lot of damage. Corn is here as well to play. Goes for the contest. It will be Trace Esports who gets the Infernal Drake. Now DY being targeted with a cease and desist. Hero's entrance to follow up. So much layers of CC, and Trace Esports secures the Dragon with a kill.
This is the power of Trace Esports composition, right? They have a lot of ways to engage onto the members of J-Team. Wow, good dodge!
Now CF17 goes for the taunt onto Weiba, but this will be a 4v2, and CF17 gets eliminated. Weiba, Volt Breaker over the wall, followed up with a double kill for Trace Esports.
They know that they don't have Flash. Just because they were able to burn it a couple of minutes ago, Trace Esports knows when to pull the trigger. Now, once the Rift Herald here.
Yeah, this will be a 2v2. As DY is there. Stand
United.
United.
Okay.
The entry point for their jungler will be here to play as DY goes for the stun onto Lee Sao. Ball breaker is there.
No steal.
JT will secure the Rift Herald, and now the counter strike coming from SZY. Gets the stun onto Wave Up with hook shot. Double man's done. Juju comes into play as well. So much damage, and Crazy Esports will still get value from that fight.
6 minutes and 30 with 3k goal lead. Super ahead as Crazy Esports, and they're not looking back. Let's look at that replay once again. Again, Weibo still very formidable when it comes to the 50-50s, but the value of the Stand United being able to teleport here into the Rift Herald allowed for them to secure the objective. But the follow-up, you see Juju, he's so ahead right now. He already has 3 kills, which means that he is the Ezreal that has basically accelerated out of this world, and his damage needs to be respected.
Yeah, and the explosive cast as well was a little bit more of the double-edged sword for JT because the counter-strike did not connect, but right now DY in danger. Stuck under Dragon's Pit, cease and desist.
Lockdown!
That will make him to seize out from this map. Crazy Esports once again secures another kill.
No movement allowed by Trace Esports. DY just got forced to, enter the green screen in an instant. And the tower plate has already expired, which means that Trace Esports can still continue the pressure. Tower should be a lot squisher by now. And Weiba
goes in for the Vault Breaker into the backside.
Very good dash.
So able to dash away unscathed. He will be safe under the turret.
Yep. Weiba wanted to predict, and Soldier did predict
though.
in return, but DY is here.
Torn Confusion has the blood as well to just clear out the way. With DY there, he will be a little bit more safer, and Crazy Esports has to back away.
There is a Shadowing Kaisa, so this should still continue with JT, but Trace Esports, all they want to do is to clear out the wave, and there will be no follow-up available for JT.
Yeah, and now with the cannon wave, this will buy time for Crazy Esports to come back into the same lane. That will also be Lee Sao coming in.
Two-shot barrage.
With a two-shot barrage, clears out the wave. Meteor Antant as well.
What?
That would be just Crazy Esports clearing out the wave without any contest for JT.
They're so good, huh? Like Trace Esports, what they're doing right now is reminding JT that they are undefeated, right? Every decision that they have done in this game makes you think that Trace Esports is the #1 team in the league, alongside Thunder Talk, and so far so good for them. Now they will try to make a play against SZY.
Way above, Vault Breaker charged up. Instead, prioritize the turret. SZY though receiving a lot of damage. Tack in danger. Killer Instinct to come in.
No
but yeah, Juju come into free. Saves Tax's life. Oh! That was nasty, and now you have Lisa coming into the backside as well. Hero's entrance. CC stacked up. CF17 is eliminated.
And this is Juju just asserting his dominance over and over again. X1 may have been a very good Dragon laner in the other games that we've casted him. In game #1, it was super evident that X1 is also a very formidable Dragon laner. But again, as we said, Trace Esports also has Juju. Juju is saying, it's also my time. It's my time to shine this time. Now, Corrin on the top side. Oh man, like the disrespect here by SZY. What are you doing, my
Corrin is
friend?
in danger. Woo. Okay, they just run away.
Like they have Sanguine, they have everything. Juju though.
DY with a body slam onto Juju. Arcane Shift back away. 6's enchant has to be forced for DY by time. Force the flash back as well. This will be an all-in team fight. Knock off, but Soldier eliminates Corrin.
Aha! JT was able to stop the bleeding, at least that time. By getting the head of the mid laner, they will be able to transition it over to an objective potentially, but TF17 is less than half health.
Now the Ocean Drake being started by J-Team. SZY has eyes. Yisao comes in fray. Hextech Ultimatum onto CF17. Hero's entrance. Not enough. J-Team secures the dragon. But what cost? It will cost you every single life for J-Team. Crazy Esports now catching up. Vault Breaker onto SZY. There's no escape. There's nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. Crazy Esports secures another kill with only one man standing for J-Team left.
DY running away, running for the hills. Trace Esports, yeah, sure. JT was able to get a dragon, but in return, That's 2 potential towers. That's a tower here in the bot lane. Could still be the inhibitor tower, but they will not over pursue. Look at that replay once again. The value of the hero's entrance is in full display. Hexag ultimatum, locking down CF17. Yeah, sure, he was able to get the dragon, but nowhere to go, my friend. With X1 also getting deleted in less than a second. That just means that Trace Esports, although they surrendered 1 objective, they will not be stopped in the team fight.
It's overall worth it for Trace Esports. Just get the Ocean Drake. Get it. Doesn't matter. They get so much kills. Now, DY with the Stand United. This will be a 3v1. Lee Sao is now under retreat. You have Soldier going to meet up. Tornado not going to connect. Lee Sao still safe. Explosive cast though, followed by last spread. There's no escape for Lee Sao. And that was just the death sentence off himself. J-Team will secure a kill.
Trace Esports was a little bit overconfident there in the surrendered a death. I wonder if they will be able to translate it into a Baron. Now, J-Team, that's the goal. But Wava is still alive. We know that Wava is very good when it comes to the 50-50s. Juju also very ahead.
Shield of Duran into the middle side. That will be opening up Korn to go in with Tides of Blood. Hueva comes through. Vault Breaker. They're back. Kaisa's gone. Now CF17 goes back into the river and hopes to get that kill onto Korn. But Juju is still here. It's just so much damage left unscathed. And Juju produces so much damage. And J-Team is deleted.
Trace Esports aces. J-Team will be able to get this Baron and will most likely end the game with it. They can even wait for their comrades, right? 24 seconds though, that's too much. Alright, fine, okay. No need to wait, no need to risk it. But yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. Like, it also joins your dead teammates in one of the recent updates as well. Let's look at that replay again. Tack the middle of everyone, was able to engage. This is the power of the Galio, right? It doesn't matter if you are the one to start the team fight, especially with the Stasis Engine. No return kill as of yet. Finally goes down. But at that point, the team fight is already over.
Taku and Wava is just so good. Oh, what? Juju's dead.
That's a little bit interesting. Now Soldier, 4-man strong is J-Team. They will try to overchase, or they will try to chase down the members of Trace Esports, but they are so quick. They're so mobile, and they have their specs.
Weba into the backside, charging up the Vault Breaker, denies it. DY will be able to go in for the body slam. Hero's entrance to zone away the enemy team. Weba still alive, and now you still have the cease and desist onto CF17. A lot of sustainability though, so Trace Esports still has his fighting chances to 4v4. Lisa goes into the backside. Hexag ultimatum onto X1. Meteor Ancient puts him down, and as DY has to run away, we don't need the last man left coming in from that engage. And now the TP's coming in with Gragas, the Lone Wolf, coming from J-Team. This will not be enough, and Trace Esports still has the Baron.
No one's gonna stop Trace Esports. They will knock down the base of J-Team on their way to another 2-0. Trace Esports secures another win and cements themselves as one of the best teams.
Their undefeated run will reign here in this series. They will continue their road. And J-Team will be defeated 2-0 in favor for Trace.
Wow. They never look back, man. When they got the lead, Trace Esports Juju in the ball lane, proving that he's also a star player in his own right. Was able to win a lot of skirmishes, heading or gifting them the advantage needed with way